Kiranji, that is really fantastic. I am one of those people who has been blessed to have heard it earlier because today she was so kind to ask me, gave me the high honor to perform this release today. This particular piece, I was telling Kiranji, is very different than the usual Tulsi pieces that we have heard. Most of the pieces we have heard is about Sri Rama or Hanuman, and it talks about bhakti. In this piece, Tulsi Das ji is sharing something that is going on in all our hearts and all our minds. I was very happy to hear this song because in this, Tulsi Das ji says that, oh Lord, I want to tell you something. What do I want to say? मेरा मन को मैं जीत नहीं पाता हूँ. I cannot win over my mind. My mind is controlling me. I have no control over the mind. Every moment, it is wandering here and there. It is not listening to any of the gyan that I have. And oftentimes, it gets very attracted to little materialistic things, be that money or sometimes lusting in the heart. So there are so many things that it just gets involved in the material things and does not allow me to think of you, Lord. I think, at least for me, this is always something that comes up when we are sitting in prayer. We get completely lost. And to know Tulsi Das ji also went through that gave me a lot of hope that maybe maybe next janma or a little bit later, we can actually go ahead and maybe attain that moment that Tulsi Das has. His similes again in this are just amazing. He says, my mind is like an elephant that takes water and takes a bath to cleanse itself. But after that, what does it do? It takes mud and dumps the mud all over itself. And this crazy elephant, it is so crazy that it does not even allow that mahot. The mahut is, and he compares the mahut to the gyan, to satsang that is there, the good thing. That mahut is also thrown away from the elephant. And my mind is exactly like that elephant, he says. Then he goes on to say, my mind is also like a horse. When the chariot is going and the horse is going in its control, and suddenly it breaks from the whip of the charioteer and goes and wanders here and there. And thus the life is not able to go forward, and all the gyan that has been got, it's just thrown away. It stays completely away from it. And it says, and he ends by saying, Tulsi Das is really unfortunate. He wants to tell you one thing, that his whole life, all the shining he's seeing in the world around him, he's just getting very involved in that. So, oh Lord, please help me that my mind should be in my control and the mind should not control me. So that Bhavasagar, we want to go across it. How can I go if I do not have my mind in control? So this is a really beautiful bhajan, difficult bhajan because the meaning is very deep. So Kiranji, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I know we had a very short time to do this, so I can see us doing many different versions of this because there is so much depth and philosophy in this piece. So let me try to do a little, I hope I can do some justice to this. I'm just